Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. As my moisturizer, I'm using Image Skincare, their Vital C. It's a hydrating water burst. I love this stuff. I have pretty dry skin, so this stuff is like a gel texture that bursts into like an intense hydration. Love it. It's my go-to. For my foundation primer, I'm using Tarte's Base Tape. I love this primer. It smells glorious too. Like you're on a tropical island. It smells like coconuts. I am obsessed with Nars Cosmetics, their foundation. I'm seriously, this stuff is amazing. The shade that I'm using is called Deauville. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Deauville. I'm not sure, but I've got rosacea and red blotchy skin, so this stuff provides me the coverage that I need. And I notice like it does not like crease in, like your laugh lines. If you have any kind of fine lines, it doesn't crease for me. I do notice that if I use a certain setting powder, it does crease later on throughout the day, but I've discovered that it's the setting powder and not the foundation. For my concealer, I am loving the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. The color that I'm using is Ivory. And then I just use my Real Techniques brush and just kind of pat it in, and then I kind of just do these like circles to make sure it just kind of blends in well. I have some like dark kind of like purple bluish hues under my eyes, and so this stuff gives me the coverage I need. I do love It Cosmetics Bye Under Eye. Also, it's kind of like a, I'll do a video on that stuff too, because that's like my go-to that I use a lot. The setting powder that I'm using, I can't remember who it's by. I'll list it below. But I do know that I want to say it's like I know it's a translucent powder, but I can't remember who it's by. I think it's maybe like, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Ciate London, or I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I'll list it below. It's a translucent powder. And then I'm using my Bdellium Tools brush. It's a flat top. I'll list the number on it, but it's my go-to. I like to use a flat top because I press it in. I make a mess of myself when I use loose powder, so I gotta brush it off. NYX, I use I want to say it's like their micro brow wiz. I can't remember the exact name of it. I think it's like micro brow pencil or something like that. And the color that I'm using is ash brown. I've used like a lot of their brow stuff. Their stuff's amazing. I love it. I mean, I use Anastasia also. But I feel like NYX, like it's, I don't know, like it's been kind of like my go-to lately. But I like to try new things. I don't just stick with one thing all the time. I like to, give people a variety of options, of all budgets. So I like to try new things on myself and, recommend things. So for contour, start above your ear, and kind of make like a little bit of like a fish face. And then you'll want to just kind of blend it. Yeah, don't just go in all the way towards like your lips. I just like to kind of slightly blend it inward towards your face, but you want to start above your ear. Now, I've got some chin there, so you gotta blend that chin out. Definitely. And I like to I like to kind of like tuck my face in as I'm doing a double chin just to make sure it's all blended. That's just how I contour like my chin area, and I'll go into more detail here in a minute. You'll see it. I like to pull my hair away also. just to make sure I am getting slightly above the ear. Gotta get that chin. I like to have fun with myself when I'm doing my makeup. I make faces all the time. As you see more videos posted from me, you'll get faces. Lots and lots of different faces from me. So I just realized that I did not put on eyeshadow primer, so that's what I'm searching for. I use Urban Decay's Potion Primer. It's like my holy grail. I've yet to find a primer for my eyes that does not crease. I've used several different things, and I always go back to Urban Decay's Potion Primer. I just pat it on. Sometimes I'll use a brush, but I don't know. I like to use my fingers. And then I'll use my setting powder brush that has some powder still on there. So on the outer edge, what I'm using right now, I'm using the contour powder that I used to contour my face with. I'm using that as my transition color. I really like it. It's just something that works for me. And then I just kind of put it on the outer edges and kind of go up into the crease line with it. And just kind of blend it. So the contour powder that I was using had 2 different shades in it, and that's what I was using. I was going between 2 different shades. I've used this brush so much by Bdellium Tools that I rubbed off the name and number of it, so I'll find it. So this is my Violet Voss palette that I got in my Ipsy bag. I'm using the kind of just like a lighter, just a lighter shade that's in the palette. The palette didn't have names on it, so I can't like give you the name of it, but so I'm taking the gold color. It's a shimmer that's in this palette. It's the only gold shimmery color. And then you just kind of put it on your lids. And I'm taking the orange color and just going on the outer edges, and then I'm going to blend it upwards towards the crease line. Because I have a hooded eye, or not eyes, I have hooded lids, I have to go up slightly higher than a typical person, I guess you could say. Everyone has different shape eyes, you know, maybe I'll do a video on that later, but I have to go up slightly higher just to make sure that if I have my eyes open, you can see the color. And I'm obsessed with like orangey type colors. Like it's just my go-to. So for the eyeliner, I'm using Tarte's, I believe it's their double take or double something. I'll post it. But I do my line first on the outer. You probably see it better when I do on the other side. But I do kind of like this little box, kind of where my eyelids kind of fold or crease at. And then I extend the line out a little more. It just kind of connects it all better for me. It's been a struggle to do I'm like a wing liner on myself because my eyes are hooded. But I've kind of discovered after watching so many other videos on other people who do it. But yeah, you can see I kind of just do a slight line, make sure it matches the other side, kind of extend it out a little bit. And then I do this little box thing. I'll do another video just on my liner and I'll get up really close. So my camera totally cut out and stopped recording, so I had already done my blush. The blush is by Too Faced and it's I Will Always Love You. It was in this like palette thing that I got, but the The highlighter that I'm using is by Wander Beauty, and it is Wondrous Glow After Hours. This stuff's awesome. Look at that glow. You can see it right away. I don't get too crazy with my highlighters. I mean, trust me, there are times that I do, times that are a little necessary. I love a good highlight. I cannot lie about that. Karity Cosmetics, they are amazing. Their lip colors are phenomenal. For $6, I believe, I mean, unless they've changed their pricing, but I'll list the color that I'm using, but I know which one I'm using because I use it all the time because I'm obsessed with it. It's like my go-to color. It's called Pretty Fly. So I get comments all the time, like when I'm like eating or drinking or something, and it's like, how are you, how did you like, eat or drink or whatever, and your lip color has not budged? Well, this is why. It's because of Karity Cosmetics. Love you all. Seriously, the best. I've yet to find a lip color or shade, whatever, that does not budge throughout the day. I'm not one to like literally put lipstick on several times a day. I ain't got time for all that. I need it to stay as long as possible. And I'm very particular about how I line my lips. I don't like to overdraw. I just don't. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll play around with it and see what it looks like. Maybe I'll look like a clown. Maybe it'll look great. I don't know. We shall find out. I tuck in my bottom lip, or not tuck in, but I kind of pout it out with my tongue and draw my line just to make sure it all looks great. Kiss, kiss. Thank you. Thank you, Karity Cosmetics. Mascara, Essence. I love this stuff. It's called, I think it's like Lash Princess or something like that. It's the green. It's a black tube, green writing. It's seriously, it's my go-to. It's like $4.99 at Ulta or on their website or something. This stuff just makes my lashes, my natural lashes just stick straight out, and they're just super short. But I love this stuff. I'm not one to wear a lot of false lashes, especially if I'm doing a lot of like video conferences. I was going for just like kind of a super quick natural type look today. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos from me. Love you. Bye-bye.